Welcome to Top Tier Talk. Stay tuned for insightful talks with top minds.
Welcome, sir. Thank you so much. Great that I'm able to get a talk with you. Thank you so much. So, sir, let's start with your career journey and we'll take it further.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prabhat, for I'm talking in this podcast. In fact, I started my career as a HR executive and then as a professor in teaching management. And throughout the journey, I experienced the power of training and development, human development. I got into training in the year 1996 and continued this journey till 2024. And we also have seen a lot of changes happening in this field.
Yes.
So during that time, 1996, when we were doing training program, it is mostly the trainer goes to the field or goes to the audience, and they remain very active throughout the process. And then people are identifying there is an active trainer, there is a passive trainer. A good trainer is a trainer who was very active. Then a phase came. An active trainer is not a good trainer, it's somebody who is interactive. They can make people to talk to them during the process. That phase also came up. Then I realized another phase came in, where more than interactive, you being a trainer as an interactive, you have to be reflective. So when you talk about, people should see everything, how they're applying in their field. Then I felt, the time came when they told that a good trainer is a trainer who is along with interactive, if he can be developmental. So if he can develop people. And then today is a process when they say, along with developmental, if somebody can be therapeutic in nature, that means they really can bring out the best in individuals. So that's why this process of human development has been changed with many tiers, many invisible separation points. It's like a continuity. And as time progressed, people management also saw very interesting phenomenon of journey.
Okay, great. So, what about like the profession who were there into the HR or the management back then and now? See, now the generative AI came into picture, AI came into picture. Before that, there are a lot of automation used to happen. So, what is your thought process? How the series of this happened and how currently the HR people are?
This is a very interesting thing because when you look at HR, when I joined my management course in 1992-94, for the first time our department name got changed from labor welfare. The department name became personnel management. Then today we are talking about human resource management. And the personnel management was a policy. The meaning of word personnel is for a group of people. That means that time a lot of policies were being done which was addressing to a group of people together so that the group can give always the best. Then we realized within the group there are super performers are there. When you look at the bell curve, then there are ends where people are actually superior. Then the process came up to give that human touch. We say human resources. Resources combination of two words, re and source. So they wanted to see how the sourceability of the person can be again and again resourced. That means the person can remain active. So if that resourceability reduces, they have a training program. If the resourceability reduces because of fatigue, they do stress management. If the resourceability reduces because of the technological change, they do a technology training, AI, everything is coming up. And I remember, since I have been experiencing the process of teaching and training and HR consulting, there's a time frame, all the time, that human development process has been associated with technology. Earlier days, we were using a machine called an overhead projector. We used to write on a slide, we had to put it up, then it was projected. Then it was mostly with computers and all. Today, 3D things are coming up. So when I'm talking about design thinking, people, they make models, 3D printers, now AI. This journey will continue. And even I have heard that since AI is generative, it has become generative now, and more further research is going on, still they are working with something which is called as a Neuro computing. So they say AI itself does not grow like the brain grows. And the research in the neuromorphic computing, they say that as the brain thinks and the brain goes, similarly AI will also grow it itself. So this is a model we will see in future coming up in a great day. Although neuromorphic computing is being already worked, research for last 8-10 years, but still or maybe more than that, and the process will continue. That's why today HR has to be experienced in human behavior, human structural thinking, the mapping, the brain part, as well as IT. So in
IT or any technology
part of it.
Right, they need to be a hybrid of.
Yes.
So know, like, see, in many sources, people are also creating agents, AI agent of themselves, or maybe they're for their organization or certain department. What do you think, like, whether like HR department will be remain same as it was before, or some changes will be happening?
Wonderful. This is a very meaningful question. After COVID,
Yes.
one thing organizations realized that human can deliver
Yes.
from anywhere.
Mm.
Earlier it was somebody to do the job, the person has to come to the office.
Yes.
Today, if the person wants, the person can deliver from anywhere.
Yes.
I know many big four companies.
Mm.
Still, if one of their employees wants to work from home, they are okay with that. Or they still deliver. Because the technology, the software, the mechanism is so well mechanized, it is going. Now coming back to this clone aspect, or we are talking about the AI agents and all, it is a must for people who are working in a profession where they have to address many categories of audience in different time frames, in different countries, in different languages. The other day, I was watching a presentation by a company called as Azure. What they do, they completely create a hologram of an individual.
Yeah.
The person is in India. The hologram may work in Japan,
Yeah.
talking in Japanese language.
Yeah.
But the person here is only addressing in their own mother tongue. So this kind of development is happening. That is why growing with Gen AI will be the future.
Yes.
And when people integrate with that, it is like an invisible person supporting the person in maximizing, optimizing his or her own outputs. Even the potential the person didn't know.
Yeah.
Today, computer is telling you your own potential.
Exactly.
There are assessments you do in the computer, they will tell you who you are, and then you will suddenly say, oh my God, yes, I am like that, but I have never knew. That is why agents is the future. You will see gradually the participation of people into creating their own agents the number will be going like an exponential growth.
Yeah, I heard that you are also started doing some activities on that. If you can highlight how your organization is participating in cloning or agent, or possibly, I don't know, you or somebody else, I do not know, but if you can highlight that.
Interesting. When our think tank, on a particular day, we are thinking, since we are in the business of facilitation, coaching, training, motivational talks, human development, mostly OT, interventions and all, we thought of, and we are already addressing clients in different countries, different timelines. We thought of, why not to create that cloning or clones or the AI agents who can address our clients to give them or to do with their many of the needs. Like one of the needs I will tell you, suppose we do a coaching or training. After the training or coaching, suppose the clients want a solution, and the time frame, the real time frame is not the time frame where I can come alive or I can come live and talk about it. In that, if I have the agent clone, they can address any of their questions.
Yeah.
So earlier what happens in your technology, we have to create all the answers and feed when it was non-generative and feed. Then from those answers, if any question is being asked, the agent was giving the answer.
Yeah.
But now, with the generative AI, even there are many questions, the answer of which I have not given. If I have given a good sample of answers and my database is there, then it can also recreate the answer. Your company is also working into that aspect.
Yes, yeah.
I know people must come and express their needs so that they can actually get a customizable solutions to that.
Exactly. So, staying on that, see, people are now thinking if generative AI, ChatGPT can do this much, which is free. But let's say we will create an agent for, let's say, account departments, maybe HR department, maybe even like development, software development, coding. Our developers have been using generative AI and AI and low code, which we used to back then before COVID. We used to take a lot of time and resources. Resources mean human resources, developers. So we could able to reduce about 70% of redundant work. So that is actually fact, and that's how we have developed a ERP. In a ERP, like it takes ages to create, or lot of time spent it takes. But because of the low code, because of the AI, because of generative AI, we could able to reduce the programmers' work, repetitive work, and we could able to deliver in a faster process to our customers. So that
sometime back when I visited Odisha, I found a particular news channel. They have a digital persona who is reading news.
Yeah.
So that was being advertised in many places.
Yeah.
Today, I know there are many companies where a digital persona is actually working.
Yes.
So there is a person who is not visible to you, but it has a digital presence. It has a digital face, physics, everything. But the person is actually not with you.
Yeah.
So today the new generation are working with a digital persona, and future will come. The number of digital persona intake will be very high. So there we talk about whether it is agent, digital persona, clone. This mechanism is the future.
Yes.
It will be coming.
So I think people need to realize across the management, across everybody, it's not about only management or HR or maybe accounting or only the IT people. Everybody will be affecting or they will be getting some vibes of the AI. What would be your advice to new HR professional or to HR management student who wanted to have their career in the HR or management? What would be your advice to them on the?
I have a simple idea for people who are coming to this field. Like I remember there was a time when only specialized people they were doing best in their field. Then when I came to management to study, I remember our professor at day one in the induction process, they told HR people should be like jack of all trades, master of none, so that you really can help with others. Today what we are saying, a person has to be jack of all trades and master of all. If I am an HR, I have to be master in this field. Plus I should have idea about all of the departments those are working. Now when I take everything and cover it to a point for the new generation, my suggestion will be that they should actually study and get into as much as possible the behavioral, emotional and mental inbuilt aspects of human being.
Yeah.
So whether it is appreciative inquiry, whether it is emotional intelligence or it is neuro-linguistic programming, they must understand what triggers a person to perform.
Yeah.
And what doesn't trigger a person to perform. If they can understand that, then they can actually do very good. Second, this technology.
Yeah.
I know the other day I was addressing in some young generations, they were telling there are aspects of deep fake, there are aspects of your voice getting copied and others. Also, technology is undergoing a change.
Yeah.
Like if you look at, so there are consciousness. Like suppose I do not want to do anything unethical based, my consciousness has to stop me.
Yeah.
So I was reading in another article, today even for artificial intelligence, a consciousness program is being developed.
Yeah.
So that if a consciousness program gets associated with artificial intelligence, it will actually stop doing certain things which otherwise can be copied, defect and all. So when I saw the research is going to this aspect, I just love it. So that's why they must know, or I know they are working on that, how to work with digital persona, AI, and that is second aspects. So the scientific aspects of management. Third, and they must actually learn how to make themselves keep happy, stress-free, live a life of full potential. So these three things, if the new generation learn, I can definitely see a very good future they can go ahead. And yes, the last point they must actually learn the knack to learn. So any point of time, they must say, hey, I want to learn certain things. Now, even at my age, if I see something usable for me, I get my 100% to learn that. So that's what it takes.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a pleasure that you being here. So we'll be having more talks like this when you have time, and we'll take it further. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching Top Tier Talk. Stay tuned for more insightful talks with top minds. See you next time.